Hey, baby, just breathe. And the foul called. The coaches, you can hear him telling him to breathe out there. And it'll be a foul for Shoreline City. In the white with the pink trim, a la Brett the Hitman Hart. Beautiful. Might arguably be the best kit in the FCS. Coming out of his goal to act as the extra attacker is Aiden Hanchett. Hanchett in his third match of the season. Normally Miguel Cervantes starting in goal for Shoreline, but Hanchett made a series of point-blank saves in his opening 2 games. He's certainly not afraid to attack, and neither is this man. Rarely needs an introduction, the number 10 in blue for Detroit, Davide De Poche, one of the top players in the league. In the top 3 of every scoring category is De Poche, and he'll be an integral part of this Imperial side all season long, especially with tonight a couple of key suspensions with Amin Unzar and Abdullah Saleh, both suspended due to red cards. That's 15 goals and a total of 20 points between the two. And they were oh so well with De Poche and Peyton Trask. And we'll see if Detroit can handle the pressure from Shoreline without 2 of their most offensive weapons. Hanchett will get the goal clearance. A little bit of miscommunication. Shoreline also facing a big loss, as we see Jonathan Cifuentes, the trusted defender, earning the corner kick for Shoreline. Easily picked up. As Emerson Menya looks to continue his great run this season. Number 1 in the league in saves with 139 saves from 6 matches played. A remarkable stat for the number 1 in goal for Detroit. Plenty of patience in his arsenal. Working alongside Kevin Rodriguez. Speedy winger looking to make the move, but now comes Hanchett. Quickly releases for the counter and well defended by Detroit. Rodriguez with a beautiful cut, getting through, but one too many men. And a foul and yellow card called against De Poche. The referee signaling that he caught his ankle. And De Poche not happy with that whatsoever. And that's his 4th yellow card of the season. We know he's a goal-scoring threat in any match, but he's also very aggressive. Will take the inbounds. Getting the shot stopped by Hanchett. The rebound going over the bar, courtesy of Abu Shaban. Great long-range pass. Finding his intended target in the corner, but easily denied by Menya. Oh, a critical giveaway! Denied by Menya! And another chance, sliding out to prevent the damage. And that's why he's second in the league in save percentage and number 1 in saves. Detroit absolutely getting away with one there. And their trusted keeper keeping this score deadlocked at 0 apiece. Just past the 8-minute mark into the opening half here in the main event on Saturday Night Futsal. And a red card has been issued to Detroit. Unbelievable turn of events just like that. We talked about how many yellows he had, and he does have the ability to chirp, and this referee was not having that one bit. And that is a mega loss for Detroit. Already without Unzar and SLA. And it appears that Detroit is going to be ejected. We're going to see exactly what was going on. We saw the referee pull out the red. Detroit still on the court. And signaling for him to leave the court. 18 points on the season, including 10 goals. Number 3 in the league, number 2 in assists, number 2 in points. And again, they are also without Unzar and SLA. Between them, that's 38 points, the top 3 scorers for Detroit Imperial. Not in this match. And losing his cool is Detroit. And you're going to have to think that his team's going to have to drag him off this court, or he might warrant further suspension or penalty. This is remarkable. Just over about 9.5 minutes into the first. Shoreline's going to take an advantage. If this is your first taste of futsal, if you get a red card, it's very similar to ice hockey, where it's a 2-minute advantage, I should say, with the man advantage. And if the team with the advantage scores, then the players come back on, make it even. And it's one of the big rules in futsal that rewards skillful technique and offensive prowess as opposed to big bruising defending. And Detroit is absolutely beside himself. Still hasn't left the court. And we talked about not only Unzar and SLA leaving for Detroit Imperial, but Shoreline City missing the league's top goal scorer, top assist maker, and the top points getter by nature. That is Alex Mendez. He is out of the game as well. So the top 4 scorers between the two teams tonight out of it. And this is going to open an opportunity for some of the young players to earn some minutes and really kind of make an issue, as we see Mendez was given the red card last game. And again, with 11 goals and 10 assists, he's 3 points ahead of Detroit, who's number 2 in the scoring charts, who's just been ejected. And Detroit is absolutely furious. Can't exactly what he's saying to the ref, but I am sure he's not inviting him to his Christmas party next year. That is for sure. Detroit finally being escorted off by the other official. I'm curious to hear what the call would have been on him. The second yellow, probably for some words from Detroit. We know he's got a few chili peppers in his system, but he's an experienced player. Knowing he was on the yellow card already just minutes earlier. A bit surprising. So Depoche with 2 yellows turning into the red. The first was the infraction where he appeared to hit the Shoreline player on his Achilles. Seemed harmless. And the game's about to get underway once again. If you're just joining us, the leading scorer for Detroit Imperial, David Depoche, is out with a red card. The top 3 scorers out for Detroit are gone, and Peyton Trask, the trusted winger, with 7 points from his 3 games, is going to have to pick it up alongside Kevin Rodriguez. As we see at the bottom of the screen right here, Emerson Menya, the #1 shot stopper in the league with 139 stops coming into the match tonight. Not afraid to play the attacking role in Detroit. And Detroit are going to have a free kick in the Shoreline zone, but they are down a man. Very rare to see a red card when you have possession. And Menya opting to take the shot and get back into the net. Again, Detroit will be down a man for 2 minutes due to the red card by Depoche. And Shoreline with a critical opportunity up a man to try and exploit this Detroit defense and take the 1-0 lead. The coveted early strike. Both teams are wanting, but Shoreline, a giveaway. Not sure exactly what Cifuentes was looking for down on the bottom there near the goal line. Expected Aldany Mendez to pick it up. Mendez, the #2 goal scorer in the league, tied along with Depoche with 10. And he's #6 in the league with 13 points. Going to have to rely off the other Mendezes. As we see Hanchett calmly bringing the ball down. And can Shoreline capitalize on this power play? Solid defending by Peyton Trask. Shoreline working the area. The shot denied by Menya. And City keep pressing. Clear chance. Menya cutting down the angle well. And a little bit of a clearance put out to the goal line, almost actually on his own net. Chris Mendez getting in the action. Takes the shot off the bar. What a rocket of a shot. And Shoreline, a critical chance to take that first goal. And Mendez again. Trying to feed his man down on the far post and opting to take the shot. Menya. Seeing Detroit on the counter. Oh my goodness, they do it! A man down, and Detroit Imperial opened the scoring. That is something very, very rare in futsal, and we just got a taste of it, and that's exactly why anything here in the FCS, anything can happen. An unbelievable Shoreline with a man advantage, and instead, Detroit with a man down take the opening lead. Oh, we wanted action. We knew we were going to get it here on Saturday Night Futsal. But we certainly weren't expecting this. And Shoreline with a chance, a beautiful flick, but not hitting the mark. And unbelievable. Detroit able to score with a man down, and a timeout now to be taken. Wild, wild stuff as Imperial with possession now taking a timeout. And this team has to be absolutely chuffed, taking a lead while a man down, and Shoreline will be kicking themselves. They still have a little bit of time with the man advantage to even things up. But the last thing you want to do in futsal is concede a goal while with the man advantage. And we talked about how significant this game is. Coming in, Detroit with 15 points. And Shoreline City just a couple behind with 13. But with the game advantage. And again, the top two teams here in the FCS get a bye in the first round and get to host a semifinal match. Both these teams desperate to chase Grand Rapids Oley, who remain undefeated at the top of the table. So much on the line here. When it gets to the real cold part of the winter, you know that means it's going to be hot action here in the FCS. And an easy foul for the referee to call as Franco Calabrese getting the accumulative for Shoreline. As we see Trask coming in, and Detroit now at even strength. So Shoreline not able to take advantage. Left-footed shot palmed away by Hanchett. And coming in for goal is Mike Forbes, giving Emerson Menya a well-deserved rest. Off the volley, the left-footed strike not hitting the target, as we see Mike Forbes coming in. Solid work coming out of his zone, almost giving it away with Detroit. Looking to double up their lead. Dylan Clark finally getting into the match. As we see Mike Forbes also confident on the ball as an offensive keeper. Forbes looking for Rodriguez, who has 4 goals this season already. Nice move by Forbes. And Detroit not able to do much with it, but still retain possession deep into Shoreline territory. And the shot forcing Hanchett to get low. Ooh, a crucial giveaway. Sees Rodriguez with the left-footed shot. Denied by Hanchett. And the underhand lob. Reminiscent of days at the park with the parents as a kid. Not often you see too many of those throws over in futsal. Usually you got the sidewinder. Vintage Nolan Ryan. For all you young kids, Google it. And Hanchett coming out of his zone, but a key element is the goalkeeper cannot touch the ball twice in his own half unless the other team touches it or it's a dead ball situation. So the goalkeeper, once he crosses his halfway line, can touch the ball for as long as he wants and receive as many passes and touches as he wants. So it's a real key element that adds some cool technique into the game. Oh, a beautiful pass. See Shoreline get an opportunity, but the shot from Calabrese not able to beat Forbes. Calabrese. You can see he's hungry, but no foul there. Making a little bit of a meal of it was the City player. And a valiant attempt to cross the ball through the goal area. And a yellow card being issued. And that's going to go over to Brendan Edwards. Edwards not happy with it. He'll go right back to the bench. And again, if this is your first taste of the futsal soup, welcome to the FCS. Great one-on-one battle. As we see El Mutadi coming into the match, getting some minutes now, the number 13 in blue. Mutadi's known as a patient player with good vision. A versatile winger on both sides of the court. And Hanshin with the giveaway. Calmly getting the pass back. And a miscue. And you definitely get to see just how much Alex Mendez has missed. He works so well with his family, Aldany and Chris, in the game today. But it is hard to replace the #1 goal scorer, the playmaker, and ultimately the top scorer in the league with his 21 points. And futsal is definitely not the ballet. It's a contact sport, and you better bring your A game every time, especially here in the highly competitive FCS. Sometimes the tempers, they flare up, and we see that with Amin Unzar, Abdullah Saleh, the aforementioned Alex Mendez, and several minutes ago, Davide De Poche, the top scorer for Detroit.
Help, please. Thanks.
Just absolutely wild to see the top 4 scores in between these two teams out of the match. And Detroit currently with a 1-0 lead. Scoring while down a man. And we see some chatter there between the officials on the sideline. Looking to make sure that they got their paperwork in order. As we see on the bottom of the screen, rocking the old hairstyle of famous Toronto native Weekend is Mike Forbes. He doesn't let the album drop. He just drops to the ground and makes clutch saves. He's been doing that for Detroit Imperial alongside his teammate Emerson Menya. And the referees just having a chat. Interesting to see what comes of it. the game about to restart. And if you missed it earlier, Grand Rapids Oley Futsal Club took on Lansing City. And it was Oley Futsal Club coming out victorious with a 10-6 victory. Another home win for the top team in the league. As we get back underway here in Detroit, Michigan. With Imperial up 1-0 over Shoreline City. And you just have a feeling that this game is going to go right down to the wire. So many key scorers out, and that opens up opportunity. And these guys want to impress and get to the playoff mark. A nice attempt by Forbes to put it through the goal area. Well defended by Shoreline. As you see Forbes coming into the offensive half. Astutely aware of his positioning. Running back now into the goal area. As his counterpart now leads the counter-attack. Gabriele Aureliano coming in. Wearing the number 9 kit for Detroit today. Always reliable when called upon. And Hanchett easily handling that. Opting to go for the long-range kick, but taking a deflection and now resulting in a Detroit corner. Hanchett giving away the ball a couple of times, a little uncharacteristic from his previous 2 games here in the FCS this season. He's normally very confident and patient. But he seems quite eager to distribute the ball. He's going to need to really soften it up. Because these giveaways, always trouble, especially against the likes of Detroit, who again are in second place in the standings as of right now. Shoreline hold that game advantage. Detroit now moving forward, the shot going wide right of the net. Definitely took a deflection off a Shoreline player, resulting now in an Imperial corner. As we see Forbes as the extra attacker. And Hanchett positioned well to make the save. Great pass over to Forbes. He was hungry. I have to wonder, he had 2 Detroit players relatively near the far post. Might have been a better option than the shot. Shoreline now trying to turn the momentum in their favor. It was an epic calamity to allow the goal while having the man advantages. Hanchett with a blast just going left of the goal. Detroit not getting everything he wanted on the shot was Aureliano. Oh, and a great run and an opportunity. And a foul and card coming up to Detroit. We've seen a few of them here in the first half. And that's Ahmed Abu Shaban, the defender. The cumulative and the yellow. Some fouls are good to take. One would argue that one would have resulted in a clear-cut shot against Forbes. And Shoreline with a chance to even things up. And who else but the man with the golden boot, Chris Mendez. The man should be hired by NASA because he just shoots rockets all day. And that will take it a deflection, and Shoreline now appears to get the quarter. ball trickles the width of the court. Shoreline looking to put it through the goal area, but Forbes got down, and now on the counter, almost getting Shoreline caught with the empty net goal was Mike Forbes. And the refs having another word as we see Shoreline's last 3 games, 2 wins and a loss, with an overall record this season of 5. Shoreline's with 4-1-1. 42 goals on the campaign, 30 against. The last 3 games for Detroit, they have 2 wins and 1 draw. And they have 5 wins and 2 losses on the campaign. And sitting second in the league with their 15 points. And if they can hold off here, that moves them into a tie with Oley Futsal Club with 18. But Oley with 2 games advantage. And they are undefeated. And it would take something to beat Oley Futsal Club. But the 7 other teams in the FCS desperately looking to crack that nut. And the referees keeping real busy in this opening half. The refs are probably looking to align their clock, foul count, etc. And we got a live score in the FCS Women's Division. Oley up 1-0 over Lansing at half. That looks like a tight game. Same score line, same intensity. Detroit looking to get in and double up their lead as Rodriguez gets back into the game. They're giving it away. Shoreline on the pressure now. And the shot, oh, just hitting the post. It beat Forbes a second time hitting the post. And Shoreline oh so close to evening things up here in Detroit. And we'll take another look. Detroit hanging on with the second shot off that post, as we saw. The best opportunity Shoreline have had in the game. His handshake comes out, the attacking player. Oh, and catching him out was Forbes. Oh, and Forbes not hitting the net. A clear opportunity for Detroit to go up 2-0. And that's the thing, when you bring out the attacking keeper, you leave your net open. And although you want that big reward, it's a big risk as well. The Shoreline bench can breathe a sigh of relief that Mike Forbes didn't hit the target. Shoreline denied by Forbes. And this game's intensity's really picked up late here in the first half. Mazariegos coming in to work with Mendez. Mendez, who loves to cut inside and take the shot. 10 goals on the campaign. The man's an absolute goal assassin if there ever was one. Oh, and Detroit take it. No foul called. Hanchik comes back and throws the arms out. Looks like he was making an appearance at the Royal Rumble like AJ Styles. Hanchik making a great stop. And Mendez looking at the ref saying, hey, where's the foul? You've been calling him all game, not that one? Shoreline now feeling it as the shot by Mazariegos just going wide right. And both these teams are absolutely pumped up. The intensity here in Detroit at the Schoolcraft College, it is something else. What a fantastic day of futsal around the world. As we talked earlier, Spain defeating Portugal in the finals of the Euro 2026 that was held in Slovenia. And Indonesia hosting the AFC Futsal Cup in what was an epic encounter. They lost to Iran on penalties. And Indonesia announcing a couple weeks ago that they intend to bid to host the 2028 Futsal World Cup. And after seeing the crowds in Indonesia, they would certainly be a worthy host. But the action didn't stop with the AFC and UEFA. It is right here in the FCS, where you're finding the best futsal in the United States of America. As we see Shoreline City now picking up another foul. Detroit still up 1-0. The referees going to converse to see what's going on. That's the 5th foul now against Shoreline. And every subsequent foul here on in will result in an unopposed 10-meter free kick. It's really a penalty. So one of the cool rules, it's like fouling out in basketball, except this is futsal, the fastest growing sport on the planet today. And Detroit now with a chance off this free kick. And it'll be Peyton Trask, the young winger, looking for his options. You can see that goal area absolutely crowding Aiden Hanchett. And intelligently asking for the 5 meters of space is Trask. And the ref is going to give the 5 meters. Looked like an extra long step on that 5th meter. Brendan Edwards following the protocol as the shot by Forbes goes over the crossbar. Another underhanded lob by Hanchett. Gets to his player, but Detroit quickly counters. Dylan Clark having a fan coming in. Wants to get in the game. And he could do that by joining the FCS Youth League. This isn't just for the men, it's for the women and the kids. The future of futsal is today here at the FCS. And Rodriguez expected to be in the corner out there signaling, my bad. Detroit looking to put some of their faster and more athletic players out. We know the speed and versatility that Clark brings to the table, but the shot! Giveaway denied over to Shoreline as they tie this up at 1. And a critical mistake by Detroit Imperial brings Shoreline right back into this. And that'll be a sigh of relief for the Shoreline City faithful. And everybody in Muskegon, Michigan, real happy with that one. We are tied at 1. That's the beauty of futsal. Anything can happen at any moment. And as Detroit looking to regain the lead. Bringing in Abderrahmane versus his top man in Mendez. He's going to have to mark him. Even though he's a pivot, as we see Shoreline almost taking advantage of that empty net. That's the last thing Detroit want to do, is give Shoreline the lead after holding steady all half long. And a nice scoop pass, easily picked up by Trask. Looks like a 3v1 situation, or 3v2, as Shoreline, a little bit of a hesitation, but they capitalize on the right side. And just like that, Shoreline City take a 2-1 lead. And Detroit falling apart in the last 60 seconds or so. Unbelievable defensive lapses costing Imperial. Shoreline City really starting to get going. As Forbes still remains in net. Shoreline looking for their third. Handled while on the ground was Forbes. Abu Shaban. The defender loves to get in the mix and make the transitions through the center of the court quite often. Just looking for any space. Shoreline going in again. Forbes getting low. Not able to be forced to do anything spectacular. Oh, and a great pass by City, denied by Forbes. That was a beautiful left-footed cross-court pass by Shoreline. Hanchett with the last effort of the half. As the horn sounds, and we go to halftime, and boy, did that really turn around in favor of Shoreline City at the end. Detroit holding a 1-0 lead for pretty much the better part of that half, but Shoreline coming back with 2 goals in a minute to take the lead. And not a happy face is the number 1 goalkeeper for Detroit, Emerson Menya. And with 20 minutes to remain in this epic match on Saturday Night Futsal in the FCS, what adjustments will Detroit Imperial need to make in order to get back into this and take full points at home against Shoreline City for this battle of second place here in the FCS? And make sure you stay tuned as we get over for the second half. Coming up in a few minutes, grab yourself A cold one, a hot one. And then make sure you get back in here because this game is going to go down to the final buzzer. Shoreline City 2, Detroit Imperial 1. We'll be back with the second half here of the main event on FCS Saturday Night Futsal.
We're ticking down to the final moments. Shoreline City trying to put something together. Aldoni Mendez, he's shielding off Hasevic's toe poke, finds the back of the net. Shoreline's up by 1 with a minute to play.
Wow, Aldoni Mendez just showing his intelligence to shield the ball, to not let Hasevic come through, and just to prevent, I mean, Hasevic is pulling at him, just to prevent any
Ball being the rocket it is, that could cause some trouble tonight for Fabian Rodriguez in goal. And Shoreline, big time stop right off it, and the rebound buried in there. And Shoreline just continuing to lay it on thick.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Tonight, the first ever FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup takes place. At Detroit, go in and they get the first of the night. Wonderful work deep into the Jenga zone. There was Detroit Imperial, and we see them with a sigh of relief after opportunity after opportunity. And who else? Depoche to Abdullah Assal.
McKenzie plays it in, gets it right back to Ramsey Termanini. Weisenhunt's across. Whoa! Hold up! Ramsey Termanini from the circle.
And just like that, Jenga is back in this match. What a shot from Termanini from deep.
My.
Unbelievable. He unleashes just power.
Placement to the upper 90 back post, and the lead is ultimately asking the question, like, was this the best match of futsal on U.S. soil? From a perspective of an entire 40 minutes of futsal, two teams that are playing really good futsal. It's back and forth, but not because it's chaotic.
The intensity just kept increasing.
Yeah.
And it started at kickoff.
Very little drop-off or mistake, and they just keep playing that really good futsal. This is what it's supposed to look like right here. There's no doubt that the environment, it's a part of what makes the game what it is. But I think like this is a game that if you took all that away and you just watched the game, it would be amazing still. Like if I'm a fan of Midwest and I watch that game, and we have what I would be, in my opinion, one of the best keepers in the league. And he's not playing the second half.
And to Marco, what we saw, he gave up 6 goals. Lucario was in there for 20 minutes. First half, didn't give up any. And so, that's a huge disparity.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
They're currently down 2. Here's Hindich at the near post. She slots it in. What a placement.
Yeah, fantastic
From number 9,
placement.
Medina Hindich. So take another look.
That's what,
Wow.
you know, Oley has to be frustrated with the goalkeeping. I mean, he's going to be the best pivot in the league. Best pivot in the league. Yeah, you know, I mean, we really hadn't even talked about him yet today. So incredible on the ball. His ability to hold up play, his ability to allow the offense to run through him, his creativity, his ability to capture the ball and spin and shoot and score. It's just really one of the best in the league. I mean, him and Trezor Crispane, I think, are the best, the most solid traditional pivots that we have in the league.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with how we did. I feel like we did compete to the level that we could. I think you could definitely tell like our lack of experience. I think some of our goals were generally just some mistakes, and I think it's like a combination of nerves and just not, you know, having the experience playing at the pace that we were playing. It's really fast, and I think if we tighten that up, like we could have, you know, stayed.
Yeah.
Really like there with them, which is cool. I think for our first game, especially going against a team like Oley, I was really proud of the way we played.
Yeah. Things inside towards the left with Madison McCarthy, and they get it into the back of the net. That was Jenna Lee, number 4.
Great build-up play right here from Lansing City, just to continue to work it in. Jenna Lee made a fantastic play. You know, you want to make that pass to the back foot and really give your teammate an opportunity just to slot it home first time, but Aldama was not able to handle it.
Midwest are able to work it up. How about this back post? A pretty goal. Raul Montañez doubles the lead.
Look, Aldama could not handle the pass to put it away himself, so he said, you know what, Montañez, I'm going to give it back to you, Raul. With a little back heel flick, just roll over, give it back to him. Montañez.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
The attack.
Kluppel now with it. Space inside. Shot. He finds the back of the net. Lansing City up by 1.
We haven't said it yet this season, but what a rocket from Jeremy Kleppel across.
Lyle turning his back, trying to get in front of it and also protect himself as Kleppel finds the side net and gives Lansing.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Nice run out of here at Lansing City. Oh, excellent play. Lansing City with a goal. We were just talking about Oley's ability to make the extra pass, and wouldn't you know it, Lansing City does the same exact thing.
Just a comment about Jinga, another reason why the story is different this year. for Lansing City is Jenga's team looked a lot better on the road than it did last year.
They did, yeah, they looked a lot better, and that's the part for me that I start to wonder about is some of these tactical decisions, because they have the effort, they're getting more talented players like Ewal Bagassi. He looked like a really strong player, and he's new to futsal as well. Shota Takabarake, he continues to have an impact every time he comes out.
Keeper play was good.
Yeah, keeper play
Jason
was
Clemson. Like, if I'm a fan of Midwest and I watch that game, and we have what I would be, in my opinion, one of the best keepers in the league, and he's not playing the second half.
And to Marco, what we saw, he gave up 6 goals. Lucario was in there for 20 minutes. First half, didn't give up any. And so, that's a huge disparity.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Sliding tackle, and if Montez saved that, outstanding effort as well.
Lansing City in the attack, moving it. Blanco, did he make it? He did, says the referee. Goal number 4 for Lansing City. They pull ahead.
There's a pass to Blanco.
Yeah, Blanco
got it.
Yeah, Blanco touched it. Did you hear me say Blanco puts it away? That's all right. It hit the inside back post. For Lansing City, they're the new pieces that looked promising in the Jenga game. Alec Nas, Alessandro Blanco, Ali Ahmed, Benny Alashari, Beto Espinal, the new players, and the growth of Jack Fisher, Drew Barney, physically and just in the game. Addition of Diego Bobadilla, we didn't see him in the last game, but I expect to see him here. I think that promising play from Ethan Castaneda, that is going to face a true test here. I mean, it will. You could say it's the ultimate test. Perhaps the ultimate test would be Oley away, maybe. But obviously you're playing the best team in the league that has shown that. So it's kind of.
And we're back for the second half between Detroit Imperial and Shoreline City. And what a first half it was. Detroit taking a 1-goal advantage courtesy of a shorthanded goal after the ejection of Davide De Poche, their leader and leading goal scorer. But Shoreline getting 2 goals in pretty much under a minute as they come back looking for the third, and they get it. Like, you wanted goals, you got it. Shoreline City now with a 2-goal lead early here in the second half. And that's not the start to this half that Detroit wanted. They were playing quite well for the majority of the first half, but Shoreline really seemed to turn the momentum around a little bit. City attack again. And some good battles. And the shot stopped by Forbes. Mazariegos coming in, but Detroit regrouping. As we see young Dylan Clark come into the match at the top of the screen wearing the number 8 shirt. And he gets the goal, and that's going to pump it up. And there you go. It takes the young blood as he slaps hands with Kevin Rodriguez. And just like that, Detroit cut the deficit down to 1. Great movement by Dylan Clark, the defender. Detroit continuing to go forward. A shot! A last-second collision. Appeared to be a stop by Franco Calabrese. Prevented a key chance for Detroit to even this out. Great defending by Calabrese, but he paid the price physically. As Detroit still press, but opting to pass it back. Miscue. Oh, and on the line is Dylan Clark. He's having a great start to this second half, to say the least. Rodriguez, a common target, as we see another one. Detroit absolutely on fire the last few minutes, and it was the trusted winger Peyton Trask evening things up now at 3. And that is the 3rd goal of the season for Peyton Trask. And that's the kind of leadership this team needs after the suspensions of Abdullah Essaleh and Amin Unzar and the earlier ejection in this match of Davide Depoche. We knew that Trask had to step his game up, and he did just that, as we are now tied at 3. We had 3 goals in the first half, and we've had 3 goals here in just the opening few minutes. Detroit still pressing. You see Rodriguez coming in, and we got a live score in the FCS Women's Division. Oley Futsal Club up 4-0 over Lansing. We'll keep an eye on that. But for now, it's this epic clash between Detroit Imperial and Shoreline City here on FCS Saturday Night Futsal. Oh, a great turnover as Clark is denied by Hanchett. And it almost seemed that Hanchett came out of his area with the hand, but the referee not seeing the same. And it seems that Shoreline, with their 3rd goal to get that 2-goal lead, just sat complacent, and Detroit has tied it up so quickly. And a long-range effort by Hanchett. This game is back and forth. It's unbelievable. Every single possession has led to a shot in pretty much the last minute and a half. And a foul called against Detroit. And again, if you're new to futsal, each team's allowed up to 5 accumulated fouls per half. Any foul given after results in a 10-meter kick, which is essentially a penalty. And that's why the most technically sound players in the world came from futsal, and why the most technically sound and gifted futsal players are playing live right now here in the FCS. Forbes coming out of his goal. Not able to connect with that left-footed shot. Hanchett was looking for that open net, but he knew a defender from Detroit was lurking right on the goal line. Shoreline pressing deep. Ball going out of bounds. And 10 saves tonight for Aiden Hanchett. Hasn't been the starter for the majority of this season. That belongs to Miguel Cervantes. But Aiden Hanchett coming into the match with 26 saves, adding 10 so far tonight. And the professional stats team at the FCS always looking for accuracy, and will assess that at the end. It's his third match of the season. 2.67 goals against so far. Does Hanchett. And also coming in with a .867 save percentage. As Shoreline continue to maneuver the ball in Detroit territory. Just about 13:30 left here in the match between Detroit and Shoreline. Shoreline getting the fourth and taking that crucial lead. We know exactly what's at stake here. Second place in the league and a bye round in the FCS playoffs. This game certainly opened up as Hanchett goes for the long-range effort. Not catching Forbes out of goal. Both keepers really showcasing their taste for scoring. Continually moving into the offensive zone. As we see Forbes with the goal clearance over to young Dylan Clark. He's had a great second half. Made 2 defensive plays plus a pivotal goal to bring Detroit back into this. Does he have enough magic in his hat to pull out another one? Detroit now pressing. Getting it in! Beating Hanchett and tying it up just like that is Imperial. And an absolutely crucial goal. This line has done quite well. Orellano and Dylan Clark alongside El Mutadi. And In this game, we said it was going to go down to the wire. Those aren't just words. These two teams know exactly what they need to do as we see the shot going wide right. Shoreline looking to regain that lead. As we see Clark partnered up with Rodriguez. Coaching staff recognizing the speed of those two, but a giveaway resulting. And Shoreline getting a chance. Detroit now break out. Layoff, the shot not taken as Clark looking to find his man along the goal line. They cut into the goal area, but not able to handle it was El Mutadi. Shot a little bit away from him. Hanschen finding his intended target on the left wing. And a foul called against Detroit. As we see Aldini Mendez getting the free kick. .4-4 here in Detroit, Michigan. As we see Hanschen coming into the Detroit zone as the attacking keeper. Detroit forcing the turnover. Dylan Clark looking to throw the ball through the goal area. And solid defending, courtesy of Jonathan Cifuentes. Shoreline, and the shot by Chris Mendez going far off the mark. Taking a deflection, and it'll result in a corner for Shoreline. With Mendez, when he shoots, it's so fast, it's hard to see it. And these refs definitely need to narrow their eyes a little bit as we see a chance, and the shot, again missing the target. Not happy with himself as Anthony Mendez. As Dylan Clark for Detroit on the counter. And this slightly shortened pitch is leading to back and forth entertainment. If you blink, you miss things. That's the beauty of futsal. And the top players here in the FCS love the battle. As we see a foul called against Shoreline. Kevin Rodriguez taking a knock, grabbing that hip. Anybody who's ever played futsal before knows when you fall on this court, there's no soft soil, there's no grass. It's just straight hardwood maple. It is an unforgiving surface. Rodriguez wants to stretch that out. Abu Shaban putting the pass deep. Detroit looking to regain the lead. They struck first in the opening half with a man down. As we see a great cross-crease pass. Not able to connect on it was Rodriguez. But he'll get the corner. And he might look for that chip over to Abu Shaban, instead opting to bring it to Forbes. He was looking for his man on the far post. Solid move by Abu Shaban. And Hanchett trying to see if he cut Forbes out of his goal. And the beauty of having these goalkeepers isn't just for shot stopping. They love to get in the action. And both Hanchett and Forbes with 7 shots tonight as a foul called against Shoreline again. That appears to be their 4th accumulative of the half. And they're going to really need to tone that aggressive defense down if they're to avert having a possible 6th foul in the dreaded 10-meter penalty. And the big man with the big boot, Ahmed Abu Shaban, the defender, is going to line up. Will he shoot directly, or will he find one of his players lurking on those posts? He opts for the pass. And the shot missed. The referee's deciding it took a deflection. Forbes getting into the action is the shot. Beautiful slide tackle, courtesy of Chris Mendez, preventing any damage. Peyton Trask trying to make another difference on the score sheet already tonight. Detroit, if they're going to edge this one out, it's without their 3 top scorers. All out for suspension, including Depoche, who got carded tonight. We still have to rely off the leadership, including that man, Ahmed Abu Shaban. Taking a hit and staying down is an Imperial player. And 4 key players suspended for tonight's game. And Depoche was the one who got ejected from this game, so it's Asale and Unzar. And then, of course, the league's top scorer, Alex Mendez, out for Shoreline. And as much excitement as the Stars bring, everybody else has stepped up in this absolute thriller here in Saturday Night Futsal. 4-4 in the second half. Imperial and Shoreline.
There wasn't really much behind it. There was contact there, but it's not foul.
And if Imperial are able to hold on this result, they'll move up to 16 points while Shoreline will move to 14 with the game in hand. Both teams desperate to pull out full points. See Forbes attacking. And it's risky business when you come out of your net as a keeper. Once you leave that thing wide open, all it takes is the wrong pass. But just like that, when we talked about the risk, we talk about the reward. And that was close for Forbes. He really wants to get on that score sheet. And they were close that time. Detroit, oh, the chance was so close. And you're going to have to think it's either going to take something spectacular or it's going to be a catastrophic defensive lapse that really separates these two for that final goal, if we are to get one. And by all indications, we've had 5 so far in this half alone. And something tells me that that is going to increase with so much on the line. Detroit pressing a key chance, and they get it just like that. Detroit Imperial take a 5-4 lead. And what a time to score it was. We told you it wasn't going to be the last. And as predicted, we got another one. And Abdurrahmane scoring for Detroit. And that is a pivotal goal. Detroit with 5 different goal scorers, and that's exactly what they needed. As we see Hanchik coming out and wanting to shoot. Oh, he was looking for Mendez on that far post. Good eye there by the keeper, but solid defending by Imperial to deny them. Brian Gomez looking to make a difference. The number 15, the pass just missing his intended target down low by the goal line. And an unnecessary collision by Abu Shaban. That pass was going over to Kevin Rodriguez, but Abu Shaban loves to get in the action, but that collision out there resulting in an accumulative foul. Shoreline now with possession into the Detroit side of the court. We got 5 minutes remaining. As Detroit Imperial up 5-4 and almost making it a 6th, but just trickling wide left. Aiden Hanchett. We had 6 shots on target tonight, including 16 saves and goal. We talk about the value of a goalkeeper in futsal. It is absolutely essential to have a top goalkeeper if you have ambitions of winning the championship here in the FCS. Shoreline doing a pretty good job conceding 30 goals coming into the match. Ooh, and a big collision sees Forbes go down. And grabbing his head, wondering if there was any call. Thinking there was an elbow. And Forbes with 9 shots of his own and 11 saves tonight. Just out of bounds, as Detroit will take over in their half. With about 4:32 remaining. Can Shoreline tie this game again? They had a 3-1 lead early in the second. Detroit pressing. And high press by Shoreline. Showing the intensity and their desire to get back into this. They want full points. They don't just want the draw. Oh, key chance. And just holding on to it for too long was Abu Shaban. A good battle. This game's getting a little more tense, a little more physical. You see Clark trying to find Peyton Trask in the middle. Clark will take the inbounds. Asking for the 5 required meters is Clark. And a foul called against Detroit. Such a valuable 3 points on the line. And the referee signaling now that that is the 5th foul for Detroit Imperial. And any foul now conceded by Detroit will result in an unopposed 10-meter kick against the keeper. And with 3:16 on the clock, Shoreline 3:16 says they want a goal. But Detroit with the open net. And a timeout called by Detroit Imperial as they have possession. Desperate to hold on to this 1-goal lead. So fragile in futsal. And they'll move up to a tie with Oley Futsal Club with 18 points if they can hold off. But they're going to make sure, in order to do that, that they don't foul Shoreline. Otherwise, you will most likely see Aldany Mendez taking the 10-meter shot. And in the FCS, first round bye for the number 1 and number 2 seed. And Detroit will be well on their way if they win this tonight, even though Shoreline do have a game in hand. If they are to win those matches, that would take them still a little bit short if Detroit wins this. But if this game ends up in a draw, Shoreline has that game advantage. And those 3 points could leapfrog Imperial. Less than 3 minutes remaining now. Can Shoreline tie this up? We see Hanchett coming out of his goal. The left-footed strike. Oh, just missing by a foot. And a quick counter. Hanchett with the hands up. And the intensity of this game simply cannot be measured. Everybody laying it on the line tonight. Do we have a hero for Shoreline? We know the potential power of Chris Mendez's shot, as well as Aldany Mendez, number 6 in the FCS scoring race. But we've seen great work from that number 8 in blue, Dylan Clark. He's had a great match tonight. Partnered up well with Kevin Rodriguez all night. And another goal would give him a 2-goal cushion. Ooh, that trickles wide across the crease. And asking for the 5 meters. It's Peyton Trask. Not happy that the official wasn't forcing him. Trask opting to bring it back over down to Clark. Clark gives it away. Putting the ball in the crease, but no one there from Shoreline to put it in. Left-footed shot, hitting a little bit of iron. In the corner for Shoreline. And risky business, bringing the keeper out. Hanchett. Now with the attacking keeper, time is ticking on this clock. And a mishit by the keeper. Oh, stopped by Mendez. A close call for Shoreline, who are now on the counter, had a chance with the space. And the frustration's there. When you make a mistake and you're down a goal, you got to keep pressing to the final buzzer. And you can't look up to the sky. You can't look to the ref. You just have to suck it up and keep driving, especially with second place on the line. And a timeout now called by Shoreline. And tomorrow, FCS action Sunday, February 8th at 2 p.m. Make sure you join me as the FCS men's action continues with Jinga taking on Innovation City. It will be a big-time match tomorrow. Jinga, currently in 5th place, looking to make sure that they hold off Midwest and Chicago and stay comfortable in the playoff race. The top 6 move on. And the next game for Shoreline City coming up on February 20th as they face Jinga. And that should be a great match between the current number 3, which can change. Even though there's 1 minute on the clock, this is futsal. Multiple goals can happen as we see the 2 kids battling it out in the corner over there. They see the intensity of futsal and they want to get in the action, and they're angry they can't play. But maybe they can join the FCS Youth League and one day represent either Detroit or Shoreline. And Mendez taking the shot, it's trickling, and Shoreline tie it up in the final minute. What a collapse by the Detroit defense. Capitalized by Shoreline City, and it is 5-5 with less than a minute remaining. And you can already see Danny Mazariegos anxious to get back in there. They want to get this win. They want to leapfrog Detroit, and if they get 1 more goal, they may well just do that. We knew it was going right down to the end, and Mazariegos, 4 goals, 1 assist, a single man a part of every single goal. And if he's not the player of the match tonight, they should scrap the award because he's had a sensational night for Shoreline. And more importantly, brings this game tied at 5 apiece with just about a half minute left. Mazariegos came into the match tonight with 6 goals, and his 4 now takes him with 10, which ties with Aldony Mendez. And also, Davide Depoce as the second highest scorer in the league. Number 1, you ask? The suspended Alex Mendez. But boy, Mazariegos getting the extra minutes and certainly delivering for Shoreline, especially in a crucial match at a crucial time. And Hanchett with the goal clearance for Shoreline. 30 seconds left. Can there be one more goal from either of these teams? Detroit pressing. Solid defending. Oh, denied by Hanchett. That was a key stop. And Shoreline coming out to deny his Forbes. That was a big-time stop. Seconds remaining. Can Shoreline do it? They take the shot. Oh, and denied off the line by the defender. And saving the day is Kevin Rodriguez. That would have been absolutely devastating had Shoreline put that into the back of the net. And the home crowd here in Detroit at the Schoolcraft College absolutely sweating buckets. And 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Is there a hero left? And Shoreline with the chance. Oh, and they do it! Unbelievable! Beating Forbes and putting it up into the top corner where your mother used to hide the cookies is Jonathan C. Fuentes. Unbelievable stuff. With 7 seconds remaining, Shoreline City take a 6-5 lead. They were down 5-4 less than a minute ago. And that is the heart and soul of Muskokan. And now, about to take a leap up into second place in the FCS, barring another goal from Detroit. And if Detroit are able to score, this would just be one of the wildest games in the history of the FCS. Oh, and a misplay resulting in the 7th goal. 3 goals in less than a minute for Shoreline City. Down 5-4. And now, about to win 7-5. A yellow card issued. And Chris Mendez is just going over to his family, Aldony, and saying, "Tranquilo, hermano, tranquilo. We got the W. We got the points. It's a big drive down to West Michigan. But we got 3 points to join us in the team bus back home." And Detroit absolutely have to feel like they let this one slip through their fingers. All they had to do was hold them off. But the tenacity of Shoreline City is the result. Unbelievable. That is an all-time FCS classic if there ever was one. Suspense and drama from the opening whistle to the final one. It started off with Davide Depoce, the leading scorer for Detroit Imperial, getting ejected. And Shoreline City, led by the heroics of Danny Mazariegos, down 5-4 with about a buck remaining, and they score 3 unanswered goals. Unbelievable stuff. If you love futsal, or this was your first taste of the soup, you know you love that. Big time saves, big time plays, and monster big time goals. The final score here in Detroit sees Shoreline City up 7-5. Victorious over Detroit Imperial. And Shoreline City now with 16 points with a game in hand against Detroit Imperial. Crucial win on the road for Shoreline City. And they will make the 3-hour drive from Detroit Rock City back over to Western Michigan. And that's it for tonight, folks. Make sure you join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as Zynga take on Innovation in the final game of the FCS this weekend. We hope you enjoyed that all-time classic, Shoreline City 7-5 for Detroit Imperial. On behalf of the production team and the FCS crew, I'm Chris Fernandez. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.
They're currently down 2. Here's Hindich at the near post. She slots it in. What a placement.
Yeah, fantastic
From number 9,
placement.
Medina Hindich. We take another look.
That's what,
Wow.
you know, Oley has to be frustrated with the goalkeeping. I mean, he's going to be the best pivot. Best pivot in the league.
He
Yeah,
keep it hostage.
you know, I mean, we really hadn't even talked about him yet today.